Greetings and welcome to Magic with Tamala Farron. Today I'm going to talk about something very near and dear to my heart. About a week and a half ago, I took my son and his husband for, I think, the first time since my father had passed, to their grave, my mom and dad's grave. And even though I go on a regular basis, they've only lived back in Windsor for the last 6 months or so. And they were living in Ottawa and Toronto, and so they never really had the ability or the time to do this. So I took them out there, and it became a family social, which everybody kind of connected and worked together, and we lit candles and we lit incense and we gave flowers and offerings, and then we sat down and we told stories and memories and shared a very beautiful moment in time. And that's what I'm here for you today. One of the things that we always have to do is pay tribute to our ancestors. We have to honor and respect. We can do that at home by lighting a candle and having a picture or having an ancestral altar, but also if we go to their graves, we can just clean up the grave, set up a candle. I usually have the kind that are in a glass casing so that it doesn't leak all over the place and, yeah, cause a mess. Their favorite flowers, their favorite incense, their favorite foods, and lay it all out. Now, my parents' grave is flat, the headstone, so I can lay a lot of things on there. But if not, just put something down on the ground in front and place everything on that. I've had people say, well, the ground's uneven. Okay, bring a piece of wood. Put a cloth over it, and you can set it up. I've had people say, well, I can't do that because it's a Christian burial ground. They're not going to deny you lighting a candle. They're not going to sit there and say, oh, you're lighting a candle, therefore you're a witch, get out of here. They're not going to know. If you say you're honoring and paying your respects, they're not going to talk to you. They're not going to bother with you. They will just sit there and say, okay, she really is, or he really is grieving, so we'll let them do their thing. They're not going to sit there, unless you're dancing naked under the full moon, they're not going to sit there and go, oh my God, you're a witch. So you can do these different things. If they have a specific food that they loved, specific fruits, specific, things that you made or maybe your grandmother made that you make now, and you're continuing on with the tradition, make some and bring it out to them. Honor them, respect them. It's, like I said, it's family time. When you bring your kids out to this, or your aunts and uncles and cousins or whatever, and you all sit there and you talk about them, you can feel them listening in and feeling really close. I mean, as we were talking, I don't wear perfume, but my mom's Nina Ricci, literally, it felt like somebody sprayed the air in front of me. And I was like, my mom's here. Okay. And the same with my dad. He was one that always wore Old Spice. And as I walked around to do something else, I got this whiff of Old Spice. And I was like, they're both here. Okay. And the stories that came out were memories. My son's husband had never got a chance to meet either my mom or dad. So he asked, what were they like? Do you have any stories about them? Do you have anything you can tell me so that I feel like I've met them? And we had introduced him, and everybody sat down and everybody just started telling stories. Things that we loved about them, things that we needed to hear, things that made us smile, made us feel good and closer to them again. And that's why you go to a gravesite. It's for us. They understand and they're appreciative of the respect. But it turns out that it's just as much for us. It's a healing process for us. Instead of going to their home, we're going to their grave, and we're letting them know we still care. We're still thinking of them. We're still acknowledging them. That's why so many witches have ancestral altars, because it responds to our need to connect to the dead and those of our ancestors, the wisdom, the knowledge that is gained through connection. So everything is extremely valid and beautifully orchestrated so that we are in sync with those who have gone on. We're all energy. We're all connected. And this just pulls us a little bit closer. They see that we still remember them, that we still love them. And in turn, they come back to us and they take care of us and they help us out with issues that we're dealing with. They support us. They respect us. They love us as much as we love them. And it's very important to have all of this surrounding us. It's very important to connect with this. It's a part of our history. It's a part of who we are. Everything that has come down to us literally is still within us. It's a part of us. And we have to acknowledge it. This is something that's very dear to me. And where we have ancestral altars and we place pictures on them, I've already done a video about this, where we light candles and incense and give offerings and have personal belongings upon these altars. It's connected. It's our connection to them within our home. It's our connection to let them know they are still a part of our family. And one of the things that I say when I go to a gravesite that is one of my ancestors, I'll say, you're always welcome to come in my home. Do not ever feel that you are unwanted or unloved. You are loved and you are wanted very much. Know that you are welcome in my home anytime. And I put this forth so that not only is it sent out to the universe, but it's given me a chance to connect again. Sometimes I'll write a letter and I'll seal it and I'll put it on top of the gravestone, and I know what it says, I know what it is. Now it's for them. And the funny part is, if I say in the letter, please let me know, do something for me, within the next 24 to 48 hours, something will happen. A candle will go out. Incense will burn for a lot longer than what it's supposed to. There will be signs or omens or issues that just, you sit there and you go, okay, I get it. You're here. Thank you. And I appreciate that you've come back and said that you're still with me. It's the connection. And if you acknowledge them, they will acknowledge you. This teaching of the old ways and of learning throughout universal experience and life lessons is what gets us to move forward on our path. And this is an extreme loss in our society today. Most people, once they're put in the grave, their families never go back out to that grave. Their families don't even look back. And I feel that we've lost that connection. We've lost that centering that brings our families together. You know, there's an old saying that, oh, Grandma used to keep the family together, and when she passed away, it all fell apart. It didn't used to be that way. So it's up to us to keep the connections there, to keep the ability to keep the family together, both living and dead. It's who we are, and it's what we have inside of us, our blood, our life history. Take pride in that. I had one friend say, oh, you would not have wanted to know my parents. My parents were absolutely horrible. And I said, okay, let's go back a generation. Let's go back to another generation. Let's go back a couple generations. And let's not forget one other thing. Now that they've gone on, things have changed. They're no longer going through the struggles that they had here on earth. They're no longer going through those life lessons. They are full of inner peace, energy to heal, and love. They've seen by their mistakes what they needed to do, what they should have done. What they have to offer you now is the knowledge so that you can continue on and keep moving forward, not being stuck where they were. And they'll teach you that. They'll show you how not to do the mistakes they did. It's all connected. We're all connected. And it's very important to honor. And not just on Samhain, Midsummer, or their birthdays, or Mother's Day, Father's Day, or our celebrations, you're going past the graveyard, drop by, say hello. Let them know that they mean a lot to you. It's, like I said, healing for us as much as it is for them. Be a part of your ancestry. Be connected to your ancestors. It's all a part of our journey. And that's something that we have to keep the tradition of, so that we've taught our grandchildren and our children and our great-grandchildren how to do it as well. And it's not lost. Like I said, today's society has almost totally destroyed ancestral connections. And that's a part of our belief structure. Let's bring it back. Let's reconnect. Let's hold on to that knowledge and wisdom to hand down to others. I hope you've enjoyed this. Like I said, it brought up a lot of things, and I needed to share this with you. Many blessings. Have a wonderful weekend this weekend. Enjoy, spend time with family, share, connect, and be happy. Count your blessings. I know I will. Many blessings. Please click like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And thank you for so many of you that are sharing my videos. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate it very much so. Take care. I have more videos coming up. Blessed be.